Hey everyone, Somber here. I'm going to carry on with my single player game of Dominions 5 with the Somber Warhammer mod and the National Pop type and Province Defense mod as well. And I'll be playing as the Bone Nose Tribe Nation. So if you watched the previous video, we had done okay in our early expansion, although because of the map we had been constrained to go in a particular direction, off here in the kind of easternly direction. And we'd been hemmed in by the vampires down here. That's the Vampire Council of Vampiria. We'd run into Skavenblight's capital. We think they've only expanded to this one province so far. And over here we had spotted Ind, and I have taken a province from Ind. I believe that was the battle in... it wasn't Dragon Ridge, it was at Witchhaven. Three Pine Grove. Yeah, maybe that was the turn before we took on Ind and did that. But we've definitely are now at war with Ind. And we want to kind of expand and take over this territory as much as we can. We've already got one throne over here, and we hadn't really given any orders for this turn yet, so I'm gonna do those now. So first things first, we're just ferrying over some more troops for our obvious battles that are going to be happening over here. We're trying to get our research going, and we also want to have some gold for a fort. We've started building one fort there, but we're going to need that mage to come over and get us a temple. We don't need labs to recruit mages, but it would probably be good to have a lab there as well. But we're saving quite a bit of money at the moment. I think I'm going to get a Savage Orc Great Shaman, and I want them to go and do site searching for me and get that gem income. Gem income is a bit less important in single player, obviously, but I still want to do it so we can have some fun messing around with the gems and not worry about wasting them too much. A little bit of site searching going, but there's still plenty more I could be doing. So over here, we have a goblin leader, and we have enough troops that we could go and do some fighting. I think even though this is going to end up with a morale penalty, mixing these in with the trolls might be my best course of action here, if I'm actually going to attack up there, but I'm not sure that would be a good idea. I might wait for another turn and recruit some more troops and possibly just get another leader. So another goblin boss, and he will be leading, some more savage orcs and things. Don't really need to save money here at the moment, so just going to go for savage orcs. What else have we got kicking around? We've got a Troll and a Warboy there. Our god, Gorkzilla, had been doing very well taking things on his own. Is he going to do that again this turn? We've got Horse Tribe. Or Barbarians. Now, Barbarians are pretty nasty. Either of these, attacking either of them would involve going out of our Dominion, which I'm not really a fan of doing. So I think Gorkzilla is probably going to move back, and hopefully we'll get some Dominion spread to this province, and he can go and take that. So we'll move him back. A big army here next to Skavenblight. I would love to take Skavenblight, but they do have quite a bit of stuff there. So would expect that to be a bit of a stiffer fight, but we could go for it. We could start a fight with Vampiria, but I don't really want to. I think I'd rather just have some province defense, which I've done all along this edge just to discourage the AI, because the AI can read province defense basically. One of the ways that it's cheating, and cheating in a predictable way. So let's take Grishrak Boffer and Crooked Git, and we could split them up and go over here and over here, heavy cavalries and horse tribe. That might be the best thing to do, actually. If we were, well, I don't know. If we were taking on heavy cavalry, I'd end up taking a lot of casualties. I do want not much of a sparse line. I think if we're gonna take on heavy cavalry, I think I probably just want to make sure we catch the lances is the important thing. And that would probably be fine for catching the lancers. And then have these guys go and deal with them. Yeah, it should be fine. Yep, I think let's deal with this province, take the heavy cavalry, and then assess our options here. We'll be able to see this other Skaven province as well. Right, Morok or Morork. A bit of searching. I didn't find Ind. I found this kind of weird that there was some Ind stuff here, but then I didn't really find them. Maybe Could that be Ind over there? I can only move one, but let's go and have a look. So we've got quite a bit of spare gold. We can recruit outside of the cap, of course. I could have my god come and pick some more stuff up over here. What could we give him? Maybe some Arab boys? Hmm. Yeah, I think that is fine. And since we've got so much gold left, maybe instead of using it on these resources here, I think for fun I want to get a giant out there. And what are some other units we could kind of play around with? Maybe start building up some boar boys. Maybe just some basic Savage Orc boar boys. I can't give very many of those, but if I start building up a little group of those, they could be quite useful thing to send out. Cool. Hmm. You don't tend to see this quite as much for the Orcs and Goblins because Orcs, not Goblins, but Orcs have self-healing, what's it called? Rejuvenation? I think it's called Rejuvenation. I always get it confused with Recuperation. So Lance is successfully caught. The Wild Boys will kill those cavalry with no issue. And then they'll just push through the heavy infantry. Yeah, this is going to be an easy one. We lose one or two things. Some goblins run away, but that's what goblins are for. So got to 2 mountains. Goblin boss has gone to a big boss, so that's nice. And new trade routes. So let's see what we got from our goblin boss. Looks like we got a ton of, well, I say a ton, a good number of goblin infantry. And then some goblin archers. So I'm going to throw the archers in with the other archers over there. Separate out these infantry and put them over there. There we go. And then we also have some Wolf Riders, and they can guard the boss man. You can attack on the other flank. Cool, so now we've got Forest Goblins protected by Spider Riders attacking one flank, Goblin Boss protected by Wolf Riders attacking on the other flank. These ones have a light lance and a wolf bite, and these ones have just a spear and a short bow. So less good in melee, but they get extra ranged attack. We could go into another heavy cavalry province. I wouldn't mind doing that. So here's this where the Skaven have expanded. They've got war elephants, which are quite frightening. Which are those mercenaries, I imagine. Elephant Corps. Out of these two, I wouldn't really want to bump with the Skaven, but I'm not sure they would go for us there. The barbarians, that's quite a nasty province, a lot of barbarians. Heavy cavalry and light cavalry, I mean, we are set up to take on heavy cavalry, so maybe that's what I want to continue doing. That's interesting. So my Forest Goblin, 3 squad morale bonus +1, and then inspirational -1. Crooked Git, Goblin Big Boss. Yeah, he's the same, has inspirational -1. Why do these troops have 0 morale? And these ones have -1. Oh, because they're in a formation. Ha! Of course, I'd forgotten about that. Okay, you do not need to be in a formation, honestly. You can step back a bit, and you do need to be in a formation. Your job is to catch lances, and being in a formation helps you do that. Cool. Let's go and get those heavy cavalry. What else we got going on for us? We are building our forces up here. You're going to come and build a temple. And we now have a decent number of orcs, some goblins, and of course we've got our trolls. But the trolls are way back. And I like to put these guys on hold and attack, you know that. I think they should get involved. You two can go and try and take that in province. There's backup on the way. And we will recruit another giant and some more boar boys, maybe? I think it's just going to be boar boys. Recruitment point issue. That means we can afford the resources for the... Wait, do they cost the same number of recruitment points? No, Orc boar boys cost more recruitment points than Savage Orc boar boys. But less gold and more resources. That's interesting. I should probably make those recruitment points roughly equivalent. That's perhaps not the right thing I'm doing there. Yeah, we can get in more of just these guys, so I think I'll do that. I don't need to be too finicky over... Oh, enchantment level 3 is coming, so Fire Shield is what we're getting there. Nice. Right, the boss man, Gorgzilla. Where are you headed? Well, our Dominion did spread to there, and I did say I would do that, so I will. You're on Guard Commander. Fire at whoever. Stay out the way. Let's go and deal with those. How have we not found... Where did Ind come from? How did they get these provinces and not any of these other ones? I am so confused. Yeah, I don't... Do they have sailing? How did they get here? It's probably just me being oblivious, but I am confused by that, honestly, genuinely. Let's get another fort up. Where do we have a spare commander to get a fort up? Well, we can get a fort over here and just hope that it doesn't get knocked into. You know, it would be good to just have more forts out here, so yeah, let's do it. We've got the spare commanders, I believe. We can just switch these troops over and we'll leave Cricket get to build the palisades. We could have some more troops over here since we've got so many troops headed over here. Let's just keep making goblin bosses for now, and we'll give them some archers. Grand. I am a bit worried about Vampiria. They're looking quite strong on my border. Maybe I'll put in some additional defense to... I forget what levels of defense the AI can see. I think it's something like it can see when you've got 8 province defense and when you've got 20 or something along those lines. I don't remember. I should not be mouthing off about it when I just don't remember. Just to make myself extra unlucky, I'll just put up to 13 over there. Cool. Got the enchantment completed, so that's Fire Shield. Agartha have captured the Throne of Beasts. That's cool. Towers of Heaven, our main big force. Ooh, that is a thick squad of heavy cavalry. Good lord. How many lances are we going to catch? Looks like a decent number of lances are going to get caught. And then the War Boys and the Smites should do some decent damage. They are just heavy cavalry, they're not knights. Crucially, knights have better stats and better morale, which is a big thing because we're using ore to keep ourselves alive. But yeah, that's not ideal, that's a lot of heavy cavalry. The War Boys will win. They've reached my goblin archers over here, but they are just militia or light infantry? Militia, they're not going to last. And our forest goblin big boss is attacking the rear of the enemy. Doing a pretty good job. And so are our savage orcs. Nice. Relatively efficient. What did we lose? A couple of war boys. That's okay. War boys are pretty cheap. They're only 16 gold each. We've got plenty of them. I definitely want to get some more going though. Curtain wall. Yeah, this should be very straightforward. Our orcs are actually using a type of longbow here, special modded longbow, the crude longbow. It's kind of inaccurate, but it still hits pretty hard, as you can see. 11 damage, not bad. Oh, they're going past me. That's okay, we rout them. He's got his one bodyguard, that's fun. Means he'll take less hits. Fewer hits. Nothing lost. I'm really impressed by the performance of the Onikunshi, Big Dione. He is somewhat restricted in what he can do. He really could do with having a helmet. There's a few good items I can get on him, but I've been really happy with him. He's been not that much risk. I think there was a little bit of risk earlier on in one of the provinces. A barbarian hit him a few times, but generally speaking, not risking very much. And it's been fairly clear what he can and can't take, so it's good to get some practice in since I'll be using him in a multiplayer game. This is Ind's rubbishy province defense. And we'll just chomp through this without any issue. These trolls have got fantastic offensive outputs. They're just a bit vulnerable, even though they got that regeneration. Their protection is low enough they get chopped up if lots of things attack them, and they got very bad defense. They're trolls. Tales of Heaven, Forest Goblin Big Boss has gained the title of War Boss, so our first War Boss. The pinnacle of Greenskin society, all that remains for him is to keep fighting until he can form his own war. His ascent has attracted a large number of Forest Goblins and some Savage Orcs to your cause. Well done, Grishrak. That's the benefit of just keep using those bosses, keep them active, keep them in battles. And we've got our palisades up. So straight away we are going to want to upgrade this to a fortress. And we are going to want to build a temple for sure. Oh, can't afford it this turn. In that case, don't upgrade to the fortress this turn. Let's get the temple. And then we'll look at our gold situation. Where is Ind? Am I being completely oblivious? I must be. It must be that I'm just not paying attention. I have actually seen Ind, because it's very strange otherwise. Oh, is it that thing where Ind has kind of shroud? They do, don't they? They appear as independents. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's what's going on. Okay. That is fine. Right. Boss man first. Basically, that would be a good thing to expand into. The barbarians, not so much. The deer tribe, for sure, he could do. So I think he's just going to head it over this way. What's his map move like? It's not great. So this is as far as it's going to go. I could do Control M. Ooh, could you do the 16? Could you move to that forest if you didn't have the troops with you? They've got 14, 10, 14, but forest survival. I might want to just keep the Koani with me though, to be honest. Yeah, I think given that I want to keep the Koani with me, I'm just gonna have him move one. It's fine. It's not optimal. Maybe I wouldn't do it in a multiplayer game, but it's fine. Keep your boys with you. This is Agartha's cap. So Agartha and Skavenblight clustered in pretty close over here, and Ind is somewhere around here too. Don't really feel like taking on all of Agartha in a cave. That seems bad. Let's just throw up a little bit of PD. In fact, we're trying to save a bit of money at the moment, aren't we? So let's just throw up the 1 PD. And head back into the barbarians. Oh, look at this collection. This is the great thing. These are all free troops. I mean, how much gold is this? Hundreds that we're getting from having got the Grishrak upgrade. They're upgraded to a war boss. You can go up another level to a war boss and get a really large number of troops. But you see he gets a cool big spider he gets to ride around on as well. He's looking pretty good. We have now got a fairly significant force of spider riders. I think I still want a full complement of them on Guard Commander, the full 5. But then I've got this other force that can be helping him out. Put them ahead so they might get some shots off with their bows. And then goblins, we've got all these infantry, forest goblin infantry. Put them in, and then we've got tons more forest goblin archers. So archer squad's getting pretty big. He's now a better leader than Boffer, frankly. So he's going to get some orcs to mix in with the goblins here. And a couple more archers. And we've still got a slot free, so I'm thinking we'll do that. And then let's go back this way. We'll double back. We'll kind of give up on this expansion in this direction and knock out these barbarians. And I think the trick there is going to be let our archers fire on them a bunch. So tell my guys to hold off. The archers should get some good damage in. Right, are Ind going to counterattack us? Probably. And I'm relatively happy with us just sitting back in that case. So have my boys sit back and draw for a turn. Not very green skinned to sit back like that, but such is life. And we want to free up a bit of gold so we can do our upgrade over here to the fortress. Right, let's free up some more gold and do another mage. So we are going to get just some more basic mages to get our research going. So we get 6 for the Forest Goblin Shaman, or we can go for the Goblin Shaman for 5. I mean, I think the Forest Goblin's better and more on theme for us. And then use up some resources to get some more armored guys. What's our big boy like? Savage Great Sherman. Wow. Nature Mage 3, Air Mage 3. How likely is that? Did we roll a really cool random there? I think we may have. So that's a 1 in 16 chance. Relatively rare. Very cool that we can do that. Get Air 3 like that. Do we want to get some searching done so we got some air income? I think we probably do. He moves relatively far as well because he's on a boar, which is very cool. Let's hop forward and... Oh. Have we got a retreat thing queued up? We do on 9. Little tip for anyone watching, if you want to see saved hotkeyed orders that you have, sets of scripts, it's Control S, so you can see I've got 1 on 1 and 1 on 9. Very useful to be able to see that from there. We're doing 2 levels of construction, and we're going to make a hat for our Gorgzilla, for our Pretender. And what have we got here? We've got a Goblin who's been sent home to get some troops. So this is just ferrying troops forward, so I don't really care about the formation of them or anything. It's just moving them up to the front lines. So let's just do that. And Red Eye can get them moving. Cool. Red Fang. Plenty more troops. I would like a better leader than just this goblin for these. I guess I could move them down here. I mean, I don't have anyone to bless them here either. I think for the moment, I'm just going to move them all up here and, next turn maybe hit some in stuff. Even if I can't bless the wild boys, they're still perfectly competent, as infantry. Kind of like hard-hitting medium infantry. Brett69, welcome back again. Let's go crump some Humy Gits. Whoa! I do love the Cockney Orcs. I'm not in the mood to just constantly do Cockney voices and talk like an orc while I'm playing, but I do like them. I think I'll stick to my normal voice. Sets the map overnight and didn't find anything. Dawn Pretender God's Awakening. We've had the advantage of having our guy the whole time. I really do like having an awake pretender. It's actually not very popular in multiplayer games for good reason. You sacrifice a lot of pretender points, and in the long term, that can be bad. Although it's worth remembering that gold now is worth a lot more than gold later. We should see some decent damage from our archers here. You can see those poison arrows because the bub. Oh, look at that! Okay, let's watch a replay here. What happened here? Right, the barbarians have only one leader. Suppo, the barbarian chief. And Suppo, it looks like he's about to get his supper. And the menu is arrows. There you go, a 16 damage hit from somebody. Can I see who? I want to see who did this. It's got to be a goblin of some kind, one of the goblin archers, but let's have a look. Can you see just commanders on that? Yes, if you press C, you can see just commanders. Oh no, they do have Kniver, the barbarian chief, is here as well. I just can't. Don't know where he is. Suppo, goblin archer, hit him in the head, 16 points of damage, blab, dead. Sniped by a goblin. Murdered in cold blood. And there is Kniver. So, was that enough to rout them? Or did Kniver also get hit? He did. Kniver then gets hit in the face by a smite from our prophets. So, incredibly lucky, but it goes to show, putting a bit of fire on those barbarians, turned what would be a nasty province that could even kill my pretender or something into a total cakewalk. Let's hope that we don't lose some people as we catch up to them with our attack rear guys. I think we'll be okay because, we'll be just killing routing guys. That's one of the sounds in Dominions that I don't mind too much. It's on the border of being annoying, that the snakes and spiders and things do. It's on the border. People's Deathmatch is scheduled in the arena. Spellcasting is not allowed, so they'll get a collar that stops them from doing that. May the People's Champion win. Now, I am obviously going to send somebody to this. We've got an Orc Big Boss just got promoted. Now, who's our big beefy boy who's going to go and fight in the People's Arena? We're Orcs and Goblins. We have to send somebody. Even if I end up sending some rubbish, I have to send somebody. I think, even though it's a bad idea, that it should be Grishrak, who is my only war boss. Although he is a goblin, so maybe he would chicken out. I don't think we have any Savage Orc bosses kicking around at the moment. I haven't been recruiting any. We've got some goblin bosses. That's not really appropriate. Can I send you? I could send my pretender. Probably quite a bad idea, though. I think that I'm going to send Grishrak. It's not a good idea. Again, wouldn't do this in a multiplayer game, but sometimes in life you've got to do what you love, even though it's not a good idea, as I was once sung in Futurama. Bro69 says, looks like that Gobbo does need some promotion. I think he probably does need a promotion, but he's not going to get one. If I could single out which little goblin had done that, killed that barbarian with that headshot, I would I'd give him some time off, I'll put it that way. He'd get to go and chill somewhere safe in one of my forts and lord over other people, but I don't know which one did it. Okay, so if we were just going to move on, it's such a bad idea to send Grishrak, but I really, I want to do it. What I'm going to do is just give Buffer some guys so that he can go and take this province out, which is Horse Tribe. So I'm going to give him just more troops to attack straight up the middle. We'll leave the others with Grishrak. Here we go. Just an absolute mob straight down the middle. This is my extremely stupid and basic plan for going and killing some Horse Tribe. And Grishrak, you're off to the Deathmatch. So I think we need to get rid of that. Attack the closest enemy. And we'll hope Grishrak, with his not incredible, but decent abilities, can do the job. Now that he's a war boss, he gets this extra ability, Spread Chaos. So he increases turmoil where he is, which is pretty good for me because we like turmoil. My pretender likes turmoil and so on. It's just a nice way, if especially the enemy is using order scales, that you can damage their economy as you're raiding around. Red Eye, you're just bringing some stuff, aren't you? Yeah, we're moving over to the war front. There's so much stuff up for the pickings out here, but I can't get over these water connections. I guess the trick would be to use trolls who can swim. River trolls have got swimming. None of my other guys do, but river trolls do. Oh, I forgot that gives you astral as well, the catacombs. That's cool. So I could get a bunch of trolls, and then I could just get a commander who's got like a ring of, water breathing or anything like that. Can I forge one of those? They're usually pretty simple. Oh, they're the next level up. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So I'll get a ring of water breathing and take a bunch of trolls over there. So maybe I need to build up some trolls as my swimming army. Oh. Oh my god. I haven't got enough recruitment points in either of those. Well, let's just leave those on repeat recruitment. We'll build those up over time, and then that'll be our swimming army of trolls. Okay, I want to attack now. Attack Ind. Let's send. Honestly, I should probably just send. All of these guys in a big squad. And let's knock over this province. Ooh, a temple. Let's go and smash that up. Yes, this is probably all Ind stuff. How many provinces do Ind have? Not very many. I've got tons. Out expanding the AIs. May have pitched this slightly. I mean, I am quite practiced at this, obviously, and I'm much more sensible than an AI, but I am aware of the fact that mighty AIs, that's not a very high difficulty level, but well, there you go, vampires have gone underwater. It's high enough that they can build really big armies. They'll have a lot more money than I do. That is for sure. Okay, the boss is moving over there. If I were to bring the boss back for a slight detour, let's get a lab up. Okay, what are we going to get over here? We've only got one commander point. I think for now I'd just like some more leaders so they can start getting promotions. So I'm going to get a Savage Orc boss. And we certainly do need to be recruiting Wild Boys every single turn. And let's get in a new type of thing in on the get, something we haven't been using so far. Let's get some Goblin Wolf Chariots going. Oh, they require quite a lot of recruitment points. We don't have that spare, so maybe not in this fort, maybe in a different fort. Okay, if we can't really get those going, we could slowly start building up Goblin Wolf Riders, or we could just use lots of goblins. I think I quite like just having lots of Forest Goblin Archers, so I'm going to go with that. And we will start making mages out of there, but I'm not in a great hurry just yet. Okay. Just keep going around searching. Yeah, just stay there. Remind me that there's a temple there. And are we doing sensible recruitment back in the base? Not really. Just want to keep getting these guys. I mean, we've got our Magic 3, so getting these cheap Sacred Mages is actually very effective, even though they're bad researchers. They are Orcs and Goblins. We're still getting a decent research rate up now. It's starting to creep up. And we're just going to have to get more forts up. I did have another fort being built, right? Yes, I did, over here. Throw a bit more defense on it in case the Skaven attack it. Slightly worried about that, but what can you do? Next turn. Proclamation from Ind. New prophet. get to watch some arena this turn. Let's have a look at what our big master's against. Oh, they're in two groups. That's annoying. We're going to get pelted with arrows as we advance, but that's fine. Are we going to split up? No, we're going to go after one of them, and a couple of berserkers will go after one. That's okay, we'll just overwhelm one group and then go get the others. Yeah, a few casualties, but that is life. No one important. One goblin, two forest goblins, one savage orc boy. That's completely fine. Alright, what have Ind got for us? Well, we do have a few of Ind's actual troops. Of course, they're all sacred, aren't they? We can see they're bless. Morale, defense, skill, penetration, both. Affliction, resistance, inspirational, leadership, and magic leadership. Bit of a weird bless, but okay. And they've got one of their freaky cannibals, kind of a bone tribe style guy. We've got this big, massive war boys. They're not blessed though, crucially. So we're missing out a lot there by not having them blessed. But they will do absolutely fine in combat. I think our trolls should absolutely destroy these people at the back line. I see my goblin boss out on the flank there. Hopefully none of them get hurt. Oh, see you, Bruce69. Take it easy, man. The Throne of Nights. The day is great dim, and now night has overtaken day, and all is darkness. So we get some darkness, and we get the arena battles. So let's watch all of these. People love to watch these. Nuln has sent Jürgen Frühhaff, the Grandmaster of the Gold Lion. He's ready. Oh, they're all feeble-minded, of course. They've got the slave collar on. He is quite. The darkness has kicked it. This is very funny. So, this is a terrible thing to send an Oracle of the Ancients. He does have the advantage that this is the turn that darkness has descended upon the world, because I took the Throne of Night. So that's kind of funny, but he's still going to get destroyed. Yep, bye. The AI does send some strange people to the People's Arena. Here is another very strange choice. It's a Master Necromancer. He is going to get completely obliterated. I don't know why Nuln are getting 2 fights in a row. That seems weird. Didn't know that it did that. Bruns the Abbot. Another extremely weird choice up against the Demon Red. Also a weird choice, but less of a weird choice. He should beat the Abbot, I think. Do they have a weapon? Or maybe it doesn't. Oh, it's got 2 claws. Okay. You know. He doesn't have the best dark vision. This is a very weird arena, just because of the dark, the Throne of Night being in play. So here we've got Nagarond, and now Nagarond have sent somebody sensible, Ralek Darksteel, the Dreadlord, and he is a heroic Dreadlord, no less. Enormous strength. So his stats are still fantastic. Here's an interesting question. Yeah, he's just so good. The darkness isn't really bothering him. Look at those fantastic stats. Oof. He may be the winner. I think he'll take out our big boss, no problem. I really like that sprite, the Dreadlord. Oh, here's another potential strong boy. The Jan. Is it Jan or Yan? It's probably Jan. Jan Emir. I think an Emir is one step up from a Sheikh, so it's kind of like a Duke kind of level title. Killing a Celestial Master, another weird thing to put in the arena. We get our battle. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. So we have got Grishrak, the Forest Goblin War Boss, benefiting a bit from having Dark Vision 50. So his stats not terrible. However, he is up against Valdebrun, the Prophet, who is rather good and, of course, blessed. Decay weapons, blood surge. Yeah, okay. We could win, we could not win. From the look of the battle reports and things, it looks like we do lose this. Oh, straight away smashed. So now he's just got his spider left, his mount. Lost the arm? I might need to have a look at that and make sure that doesn't happen. It's very weird, a spider losing an arm. Hey, rare condition. Green is best, you're right, although right now green is taking a kicking and is rapidly aging because of this decay effect. Yeah, which is... He didn't get hit at all on this guy. I mean, he was a bit unlucky just getting that lance blasting him in the face and killing him, but... Ah, well, that's our only war boss dead. We barely knew you. Here we've got a Plague Chantor, a very silly thing to send to the arena, against Yakinbal, who is a Rephaim Prophet. So that's a very straightforward one. Oh, he did manage to hit him. He did manage to hit him. Good for you, Rat. And then we've got a battle between Nuln, who, as we'll remember, sent a Grandmaster, who is pretty decent, but he's suffering badly from it being dark. It's not great for him. And he is against the much more beastly and terrifying Ralek Darksteel, the Dreadlord, who is going to... Well, he's going to kill him. Not to put a finer point on it. Well, let's see. This protection is keeping him going right now. Ooh. Speed up a bit. Another bad... He's hitting him, but it's not that hard. He's got his Lion helping out, so he's got a lot of attacks. He's got Bite, Claw, Hoof, Falchion, so an absolute flurry of attacks here, but that very high defense skill will keep him relatively safe. Yeah, he's just winning this through chip damage, the Dreadlord. Oh, he took a hit. Are we going to see a miracle comeback from Jürgen Fruhaf? Units with very high defense and protection here, sort of just too hard to kill. Oh, he lands another hit. And another, he's jabbing him up. Oh, still hasn't picked up any afflictions though. But he is routed, and that is the end for him. Blam. Torn in half by the cold one that the Dreadlord was riding. So, next up is Mictlan, is that? Oh my god, they've sent a Quattle. Quattle, Quattle. Not sure. Flying Feathered Serpent. Good lord, I think he's going to get killed fairly easily by the Paladin, right? The AIs just send some weird stuff to these. Yeah, this Paladin, it turns out, is doing quite well. It would be interesting if he went on to win it, having killed us. Oh, hold on, have I skipped one over? No, it's this one. I kind of wish that it would spoiler the arena fight so that you couldn't tell in advance what was happening. So the Paladin runs straight in and starts hacking up this Rephaim. Rephaim? I forget what the singular is. Probably the singular is Rephite. And the Rephite just chops him up. It's the benefit of just hitting so incredibly hard. 26 damage with the broadsword. So now we get the Giant against the Dreadlord. Physical strength against skill and speed. He is a prophet. He does have a blessing. It's the decay weapons, of course. My money is on the Giant here just because he hits so hard. Oh yeah, there we go. Smack. Ryder is dead. We're down to the cold one. I need to fix this because this cold one has got the old age, which he shouldn't have. It's because he's taking the age from the elf rider who died. Or maybe it was decay, but I'll take a look at that and make sure it's working properly. And then we get our final battle. The final is between the Jan and the Rephite. My money is on the Jan, actually. Ooh, he took a bad hit, though. Oh, no. This is terrible. He's crippled. He's done for. Yeah, that's that. Wow, he actually had quite a hard field, the Rephite. And He's done a really good job and won it. Yakin Bal, very strong performance. We were terrible. We've constructed our fortress. Yeah, let's continue on with the loss, the tragic loss of our leader of all of Forest Goblins. Boo. Let's recruit some a Forest Goblin boss to try and replace him. I mean, he can't be replaced, obviously. He's priceless, as all goblins are, but we can only do our best. And I think we'll have some more Spider Riders. Now, these ones have the Stone Spear, which is basically a stone-like lance. These ones have the Stone Spear that has not got the charge bonus. They do have a Poison Bow. I think I actually kind of prefer the Poison Bow ones, so I'm going to have some of those. Boffer. Come on, Boffer. Just using absolute mob tactics. We go for some barbarians with our absolute mob tactics. I think we shall. What is going on here? A bog, but they've summoned up some shades. Skaven are still not looking terribly strong. 13 for luck. We now have our god back over here. What research level are we at? Construction level 2, we've got it, so we can forge him a hat. Crucial hat forging moment. It's the Horned Helm. Gives him another attack turn and protects his head. It's a no-brainer for me. We'll have the forged. We'll have the Horned Helm. What can he forge out of interest? The Scepter of Authority is kind of nice. Combustion's, underrated as an ability. And you can command more people, which is useful for the greenskins. So those aren't bad to make at some point. But yeah, I don't need a Gorgzilla to make anything. You can just research. Or in fact, I'm going to do a site search here because we've not got one. But should we forge him some other stuff? What other good things can we forge him? Oh! Hold on a minute. I did not pay any attention to this. So Witch was caught. But also, Bone Nose Tribe, unexpected event. It's Wurzag. Wurzag Ud Ura Zahubu. The Great Green Prophet has joined your cause. No doubt signaling great things. The tribe's under your control. Wurzag the Great Green Prophet has joined. So this is one of the national heroes. Rare condition says the boss was snicked by an Orsumi. He was killed by a paladin. But it's okay. The boss is dead. Long live the new boss. Well, probably not very long living since he's a goblin. Now we've got Wurzag. Wurzag is an absolute beast. He is Dominion Spreader, so he's like having another prophet. He's got Priest level 4 because he is basically the most sacred of all of the Shamans, I think is the plural. And he's got really nice magic. He also comes with a Baleful Mask, which automatically casts Mind Burn every turn, which is very nice. Very, very nice indeed. And that represents him kind of blasting people with his eyes. Yeah, so very, very good to have Wurzag. He can wear armor, which is nice. I think we probably should forge him some armor to try and make sure he stays alive. Can we forge any good armor? Well, I said I wanted to take some trolls off into these other lands, so I probably want to get a Ring of Water Breathing, or it could be Shambler Skin armor. I think the Ring of Water Breathing is more generally useful, so let's have Git Grub. Do as a Ring of Water Breathing. That's going to be to collect our trolls and send them off since they can swim. I think we can use the Ring of Water Breathing to get across that gap. If I'm wrong about that, I'm going to look silly, but that's fine. I'm used to looking silly. Wurzag, do we want you off site searching? You're such a good site searcher. We didn't find anything over here. If we do want you off site searching, what I'm going to do, just for the sake of theme, is give Wurzag some wild boys to guard him. Back over here, ooh, fairly substantial Ind army and some Agarthans. Let's just put a little bit of province defense there, and I think if Ind are going to jump onto us, I probably want to sidestep them here and just be annoying. So I could hit there or I could drop back one. I think I'll drop back one actually. And I have some reinforcements that I can send. He is not a particularly good leader. It's because he's more of an undead leader, undead and demons. It's a bit of a shame, really. So I want my god hanging around the lab for another turn so he can pick up the items we're going to make for him. Do I want any other items from him? He definitely could go underwater and do some stuff. Although we don't really have Dominion under there. So we're going to give him his helmet. Do we have any other slots that we would want to fill in? Feet to make him faster. We could get messenger boots. I'm pretty sure those are... Oh, it's ranger's boots we could do. The fatigue recovery is actually quite important on the Dione Pretender. So I wouldn't mind having that. What do these give? Oh, hello. Past rivers and other short stretches of water. I don't know if anyone watching this knows the answer to this. Does having water breathing allow you to cross rivers? Or do I need to give somebody the boots of water walking to let them do that? I guess we can do an experiment, and if we don't get it right, I'll tell you what, I'm going to forge both of them. Screw it. I'm interested in seeing the boots of water walking. Let's just forge both of them. We don't have to be careful with our gems because this is single player. I think I'll leave the War Boys, but Gorsog can join the forces over here. And we can start getting mages over here now. So I think I just need some more people going around to be able to bless my troops, things like that. Forest Goblin Great Shaman makes sense to me. So let's do that. Oh, you know what? We need to make sure that we're recruiting a mage back here every turn. I hope I haven't missed any turns. I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't think I have. Cool. You can go and build some palisades. Look at the distance the Goblin Wolf Rider can travel. It's incredible. Go and search over there. Red Eye, you're bringing me some more troops. Very nice. And a giant. We love to see that. Yes, we do. And more orc. Do some searching. Okay, so what's our plan? Let's take stock for a moment. We're holding here, but the vampires likely will attack us at some point. We could end up fighting a Garther or Skavenblight over here. It's a bit of a tenuous grip they've got there. We've got good income because of the amount of stuff we've taken. We've got a plan to get some trolls and use those with their swimming ability to cross over and take over some of these places. I'll want quite a few trolls to do that, but that's fine. We're doing 2 a turn because we're doing 1 from each of these provinces each turn. And we're going to have a leader who's got either Ring of Water Breathing or Boots of Water Walking, depending on which one actually works. I know Boots of Water Walking will work to cross this, or I think they will. Yeah, so yeah, we'll start expanding around here. That'd be good. We could have Gorgzilla go and do it. He would actually be really good at doing this with having the Boots of Water Walking or something like that on, because our Dominion is over here. So maybe that would be a better use than having all these trolls. In fact, I am... You know what? I'm going to do both. I already committed to this troll idea, so that's fine. If we could get Gorgzilla back faster by giving him Boots of Long Strides, that would probably be worth doing. So let's do that. I'm going to assume that the Ring of Water Walking is going to work and do some Boots of Long Strides. Map move +6, or I wish I could get Boots of the Messenger. Forest Survival and Reinvigoration. I'll make some Ranger's Boots. I like making a bunch of boots. Let's try them all out, you know. Research-wise, we've got Fire Shield. We want Flaming Arrows. Flaming Arrows is very much going to be on the menu very soon. 388, we'll get that in a few turns. And we should definitely make sure that we've got casters capable of doing that. So we want to maybe go more on the fire stuff, get some of these Orc Shamans, but that's for next turn. Hi, Cinny. My little rabbit's being so cute. Hello. Right, found a magic site. Garden of Bones. I think Garden of Bones is... Is it D1N1 or is it just D1? I can't remember. Oh, it's still dark. That's right. Oh, this is interesting. This is actually quite an advantage for us, it's still being dark. The barbarians suffer a lot more from the dark than we do because we've got dark vision. So getting the Throne of Night early on was actually really good. This otherwise would have been quite a hard fight, but I think this will now be fairly easy. Weak Humi eyes, not able to see in the dark. Makes you sad to see, doesn't it? Very nice. Is anything good? Lost a War Boy, but that's fine. Spring Spires. An Orc Big Boss has gained the title of War Boss. Very nice, that's our prophet. Is now War Boss. Tiash, Throne of Night has been invoked. The days will grow dimmer until 8 months' time the night overtakes the day. Wow, again? That's just going to keep going off, I guess. A hidden lab in Spring Spires. Very nice. Everything is darkened. And we've constructed some palisades. A good turn for us, frankly. So if we look in Spring Spires, this is where our guy just got promoted to War Boss. You can see he's got this badass sprite. He is now a big, beefy orc covered in armor, on an armored boar. And he now spreads chaos. He has also generated quite a lot of troops. You know, this is a decent, decent quality troops too. We've got Orc Boys. We've got Orc Biggins, some of which have got 2 weapons, which is very cool. We've got some little gobbos. Let's just throw them at the orcs. We've got one boar rider. I think we'll just put you on guard, commander. And we've got some archers. Now, could use some more leaders here. I think I'm going to have another leader come and pick up these archers and not bother leading them around with my prophets. I want to, because I am an orc and violently minded, I am going to attack and I am going to get rid of this temple that they dared construct. What are they playing at? Set them back a bit. Should we give them a couple more bodyguards? In case somebody does attack rear. Alright. Heavy cavalry, light cavalry, militia. I think we're still in the stage that it's really dark, so yeah, I don't... Let's put the archers at the front to try and do some arrow catching. And let's just carry on. Actually, I want to save a bit of money. Over here, right, let's start with the important things. The important thing is making sure that I keep recruiting good research mages. I'd like more great shamans, and so I'm going to recruit one. It's that simple. Wurzag, you do some site searching. Morog has gone mad for today. Does Wurzag go bad sometimes? No, Wurzag is startlingly sane for a shaman and doesn't have the insanity trait at all. What a weirdo. Imagine that, being an orc shaman and not being insane. Gorkzilla has now got his funky hat. We found a skull standard. I think that was in that lab we ended up taking up in Spring Spires. Very cool. We can give that standard to... We could give it to Boffer, but it's not really his thing. You know, he's busy casting his smites and whatnot. I think we're going to give it to this goblin boss and just have him hanging out with it. Let's set these to research for now. Bit of site searching. Rat splatter. Potentially doing some blessing. I guess we'll see. So where is Gorkzilla going to go? Alright, let's test this Ring of Water Breathing first. If I put Little Git, I put the Ring of Water Breathing on him. Yes, he can cross rivers, so that is... He can also go underwater, which is exciting. So that is the correct thing to do, so we'll just put that to the side for now. And then we want to go and pick up some of these trolls, so I'm just going to have a goblin boss go and do that. Very nice. What else do we want on Gorgzilla? We want the Ranger's Boots, just give him a bit of reinvigoration. And I kind of want him back over here taking this stuff out, right? That makes sense to me. So we're going to leave behind all of this mess. And how far can he now travel? He can go back to the throne. Nice. Off you go, Gorgzilla. Ooh. What's your leadership like? 15. And yours is 40 because you got fire magic. Nice. Right, rat splatter. Your job is to lead these guys. I don't think anyone except, yeah, no one except Gorgzilla can lead those. Let's put the giant with rat splatter as well. And we'll just put the orcs up front, and the war boys will hold an attack behind them. Blessing, blessing, sermon of courage, spells, and you can be on hold an attack rear. If that's fine. So these two are going to move up here and they will help fight against Ind. I think Ind is kind of our target right now. Or it seems that way to me. Oof. I think we're going to need another leader to move these spider riders around. Oh, I can't afford one. I'm 5 gold short. What? What? Grishnik. Right, my friend, you have a job to do. Your job, should you choose to accept it, is to protect this fort, to be honest, against these Skaven. He is now a Goblin Big Boss. Nice. That's right, I had him go do that. Yeah, I remember. I know what I'm doing. Well, I tell you what, we don't need to recruit him then. We'll just have the Big Boss go and pick up these Spider Riders. It's not quite fully thematic, let us say, but he can get it done. Gorsog, you are waiting for some reinforcements, I think. Let's just have you chill for a moment. Gitgrub, you can wait there because next turn you're going to want to upgrade that fortress. Okay. Clearly in the lead for provinces, but the AI is at least starting to expand a bit now, which is good. The Skaven there, you can see. Who is this in the red who's not doing very well? Tianchi, sort of a peach colour. Not quite doing so hot. Okay. Now, everything being dark is good for me, but I'm next to Agartha, who it's even better for, and I'm next to Vampiria, who it's even better for, and I'm next to Skaven, who it's even better for. So it's kind of weird that. Yeah, a bit strange. How long are we looking? Okay, we're just past the hour mark, so I'm going to look at the results from this turn, and then I think I'm going to call it a day for this stream. It's nice to see some familiar faces turning up. Bruh69, what did you miss? The Throne of Night is still spreading darkness everywhere. We got Wurzag, the Great Green Prophet. I don't think you saw that. I will show you Wurzag in a moment. And yeah, we're just kind of spreading out still. and worried about Vampiria attacking us. But we've just been fighting Ind a little bit, but not a huge amount of fighting. So Wurzag, here he is, has found a magic site in Kishia, the Nest of Obsidians. That is such a cool name for a site. I bet it's just giving me some gems, but let's have a look. Yeah, it's just 2 air gems, but still, Nest of Obsidian Snakes is a very evocative title. So here is Wurzag. He is the great green prophet of the Savage Orcs. He is supposed to find the once and future Git, which I believe is Grimgor Ironhide, basically. And he comes with the Baleful Mask that casts Mind Burn automatically every turn and has really good stats and Dominion spreads and has Priest level 4. So he's like if you took a level 3 Priest and then prophetized him. So he's really cool. I'm really happy to have heard him turn up. I think he's just going to be on site searching duty, to be honest. Oh, you didn't miss that much. You missed a few turns. And this video will be saved to YouTube, so you can go back and watch it at your leisure and see which things you missed if you're interested. Heretic preaching, you spike nose. Come on, what are you doing? You silly sausage. So Gorkzilla can pick up some of these trolls, and he's just going to take them over here. And the other trolls are going to be picked up by Grotnik. And we're going to hope that those trolls together, we'll stop recruiting them, will be enough for an expansion force led by somebody with, Ring of Water Breathing, something like that. And Gorkzilla will be our other expander out using Ring of Water Breathing or the Boots of Water Walking. Over here, oh, we didn't look at our battles for this turn, did we? Battle in Silver Fangs. So the Throne of Night is still casting darkness over the entire world. We are fighting some heavy cavalry. Oh, I hope my trolls don't get killed. Oh no! Scripting error! I've sent the trolls out on their own. Oh, they're going to get murdered. Come on, stay alive. They've slimed them, which is very useful. Stay alive, you trolls. Come on. Yes! If they can stay alive for a little bit longer, they'll be okay because of their high regeneration. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be okay. Yeah, sweet. Well done, trolls. Trolls are difficult to use well, but they are inherently really powerful. If you could get Iron Skin on them, Iron Warriors, they would be absolutely savage, but which we can do later on, but we just don't have the best Earth magic in general. But yeah, they have great offensive output. Oh, one of them just got hit pretty hard there, but he survived. Ompholia. This is where our prophet is. Big chunk of very colourful Savage Orcs and Forest Goblins, and then a big load. This is what he got from his promotion to War Boss. It's just tons of Orc Boys and some big ones. We're going to cut through this no problem. Especially with it being dark, because we've got that dark vision. Yeah, just crushed him. In Tiash, Throne of Night, again! That's incredible. Is this broken or something that just keeps firing? In Iron Peaks, a great fertility festival. That's nice. Chief Yanka was discovered and attacked in Edoral, our poor Goblin Wolf Rider scout. He ran away, presumably, and he successfully retreated. Good. And 2 Goblin bosses were promoted in Silverfangs. So these ones are now eligible to be put up into being big bosses. Of course, they're just Goblin Boss Rising at the moment, so we don't get the troops and things yet. So this is how it stands. We have started off here, expanded out and taken a big chunk. We're wary of expanding here because we've got Skaven, Agartha. Agartha are kind of encircling us here. And Vampiria. Vampiria, Skaven, Agartha here. All things that do very well in the dark vision, more than us, with the Throne of Night going off. Ind is the clear target for us, so we're moving our forces up that way. And we have put together some stuff ready to go and start island hopping and taking these. We've got the Ring of Water Breathing, and we will make those boots. But I know that the Ring of Water Breathing allows me to hop over the water divide, so I think I'm going to make another one of those. So before I forget that, I'm just going to set my guy to do Ring of Water Breathing. There we go. Yeah, so going pretty well, having good fun, and I hope you're enjoying watching. Anyone who is. Bro69, my most loyal viewer, thanks for turning out to both videos, and I hope you've enjoyed this as well. Green is the best. Here we go, and death to all Umis. Bye for now.